So hello and welcome to another one of my thoughts, reviews, or whatever you want to call this. I've been sent another torch from a company called Thrunite. I'll put all links or anything that I'm talking about, any information up on the screen as I'm going on about it. Yeah, they sent me this little torch. They asked me if I'd take a look at it. And as you know, I like my little gadgets, I like me playing with my little toys, and there's nothing nicer than getting a new gadget and a new toy through the post. So yeah, Thrunite sent me this. This is the Catapult Mini. That's what it's classed as, a Catapult Mini. It says on the side there. It is mini. It's very, very small. It's a tiny little thing. It's extremely cold because I'm in the van at the moment and the door's open, and it's about -2, -3 out there, so I'm quite chilly at the moment. We are going outside, so I'm climatising. So in the box, first of all, it comes in this little cardboard box, no frills. Great, I love these no frill boxes because we don't want all the gubbins and the foldable and the magnets and all that interacting paraphernalia inside the boxes. A little bit of foam to hold it in place, which is great. It comes with a USB-C cable, which is handy, and it also comes with two spare O-rings. Comes with two spare O-rings, which are the water seals for the bottom to seal it from water, because it is IXP8 water resistant, and it also comes with a spare little rubber USB flap. So on the back there, you've got this little USB flap, and you just lift it up and you've got your USB-C port for charging. So it comes with a spare little flap, so if you ever lose that, you've got a spare one to actually put back in it, which is really good, quite handy, quite thoughtful, good idea. This torch, I've played with this for a last week or so, and I've had some lights from other companies. This is bonkers. This is not a floodlight, this is a spotlight, and it is definitely a spotlight. This has got a beam reach of 600 and something meters. I'll put it up on the screen for you, precisely what it is, but it's 600 odd meters, I'm sure it is. And it is phenomenal. For something that comes in at, you know, 3.5 inches long, it's incredible. The difference I do notice with this is the glass on the end. It's quite a wide glass on the end. I think that's 2.5 centimeters, 2.6 centimeters wide. So it's quite a different shape, and I think that's what gives it intensity. I'm going to show you this outside in a minute to give you such a beam on it. It is phenomenal. So battery, it is a 1,800 and no, it's an 18,350. I've got it all written down below the screen. 50. Battery capacity, whatever that means. And it's inside, it comes inside, you can unscrew this and you can see the little battery is inside there. It actually says on the side of it, it's 100 milliamp, 1100 milliamp, 3.5 or 3.7, very difficult to see in the dark, 3.7 volt battery. And it goes in there and you get these new O-rings that go around the side, which makes them waterproof. Phenomenal little thing, really is a phenomenal little thing. So you screw it up tight, nice and tight. It also comes with a lanyard. This is a massive lanyard, really easy to put over big hands and stuff like that. I find that I like using lanyards because then when I'm holding something, I don't tend to drop it. When you're out in the cold and stuff, it's really easy to lose stuff. So I like the lanyards, they really are a really great idea. So what does this thing do? This has got, and I'm going to read it off the screen, or read it off my sheet in front of you, and then you can see it up on the screen. It's got a beam intensity. Now this might mean something to somebody. I don't understand what the beams mean, but it's got a beam intensity of 89,600 CD. Now, I know what a CD is. It's something you put in this recorder thing and play music. Whatever that means, that's what it's got. So I'm assuming it's the way the lens is designed to give you the beam. So that's what your beam intensity is. It's also got, it's made of aluminium. It's got 5 modes. It's got a blinking strobe, so if you're not into blinking lights and flashing lights, might be a good idea to turn off halfway through. I'll give you a warning first. It's got a strobe, I'm going to show you that. It's got a beacon, and it's got an SOS. Now all these functions are in this one button. It's an aluminium button on the top, and it's got a little blue light in it when you've actually got it on. Shows you a charge light. I got a feeling that changes colours, but I haven't run it down yet, so I can't tell you. This is, I'm going to read this off the screen for you. So it's got a moonlight, The moonlight function is 9.25 milliamps. It's very, very small. So the moonlight, you basically press and hold it for a second and it comes on with a very, very dim, if you can see that, a very, very dim light. This is great for reading the top of your camera without being dazzled. So if you're reading your information on the top of your camera or you've got to take some notes, just have a quick look without dazzling your eyes in the dark. Absolutely fantastic little idea. That's probably why it's called a moonlight, because it literally just gives you a tiny, tiny little bit of light. We've then got the low power, so we press it once and it comes on. There are 3 different light settings. So if I turn it down to the first one, this is our first light setting. Our first light setting is 107.8 milliamps, which is the low, and that gives you 45 lumens. 45 lumens is quite dull, which is enough to see outside, but you'll see this intensity beam in a minute when I take you outside. It's definitely bright enough to see things all around your feet and around when you're looking, so you know that's pretty good for 45. Right, we then got the next light setting, which you take it up to the next one, so you just press and hold, it goes up. It remembers the last setting, so if I turn this off and turn it back on again, it remembers the last setting it was on. This is 260 milliamps, which is the medium setting. That's 119 lumens, and again this is pretty bright. It's bright enough to be seeing quite a lot, and like I say, I need to show you this outside. And then we go up to the third setting. This is 620 milliamps, and this is 245 lumens. Now it's not a lot, but the way this intensity is designed, it really does punch those the beams out. You've also got a double click, which is a turbo. Double click turbo, it really is quite bright, and that's giving you 680 lumens. So actually a maximum power 680 lumens, and this is a 2650 milliamps. If you need to know that. But again, that only stays on like that until it gets warm. Once it gets warm, it will actually turn itself off. What else does this thing do? It's got a strobe. So I know if I press this 3 times, it goes on to strobe. Okay, so this is really handy if you're trying to stop someone from robbing you. If you're out in the street, point this in someone's face, it's going to slow them right down. Now, I have read on the screen in front of me, or on my bit of paper in front of me, that it's got an SOS, and I didn't know this, so I'm assuming you press and hold. So I'm going to press and hold and see what it does. Yep, so we've now got a beacon, which is brilliant. So we've got a beacon. So I'm lost, say I'm out in an open area, I've called me mate, I've given him some idea where I am, I can leave this on the floor and they'll find me. Alright, so it's just a beacon that's going to go off and go off and go on, keep going and going and going. So I assume again you press and hold, it goes to SOS, and it does. So press and hold, you go into SOS, that's 3 long, 3 short, 3 long, 3 short, and it'll keep doing that. That is your emergency call. So again, a really good function, could save your life. I could be up in the hills, I may have had an accident, can't move very well. Just lay this on the ground in front of you, have the light flashing away, SOS, SOS. Anyone that knows Morse code, anyone that knows anything mountain climbers, rescuers and stuff like that, they will recognize this code and they will send someone out to find you. So that is a brilliant, absolutely brilliant, brilliant function, and I highly recommend it on any torch you're going to buy. This is going to go with me probably everywhere. It's going to keep it in my pocket when I do my walking and my landscape videos and stuff. So that's all the information that I can give you on this. I don't know if I've got a weight for you. I've probably got a weight written down somewhere. If not, then I'll put it up on the screen for you. I'm dyslexic, so I don't do reading very well, and everything's on a bit of paper, as you see in front of me, and black and white text is not good. I'm going to take this outside now, and I'm going to pass my camera over to my friend who's with me at the moment, and he can stand there and hold the camera, and I'm going to show you what this beam's like, because this is impressive. So come on, let's get outside. So hello, and please excuse me, I'm not on the same day as when I did the original part of the video. I'm now 2 days later, I'm in my work clothes, I'm on my way home from work, and it's going dark, as you can see in the background, it's going dark, but the last bit of footage didn't really show off this little beam of this little torch. So we're talking about this little catapult from Thrunite. I'm going to put the lanyard on in case I drop it. I don't want to actually go scrambling around looking for it. So, beam pattern, I'm going to start off by putting it on the lowest setting. Make sure I've got it on the lowest setting so I can explain what this thing does. So this is our lowest setting, our first beam, and you can see that it's giving a really direct spotlight. There's a tree just there, as you can see there's a tree just there, and it's lighting up on that, and it's only a few feet away from me, probably 30, 40 foot away from me, but it's got a good direct spotlight. And if you look over onto the trees in the background, you might even find that it's actually picking up some of the woodland over there in the background. I'm going to now press and hold, go up to the second level. You can see now that it's illuminated that tree even more, a very, very direct beam, and I'm going to hold it over onto the trees in the background, and you can really start to pick up that there's some trees and stuff over in the background. You have to excuse me looking at the lens because I'm actually looking at the screen trying to see what I'm doing. And now I'm going to press it onto the third level. Now the third level's definitely, for me, reaching that woodland in the background. Now I hope you can see that. Here is on the foreground, but on the background over there, I can see that is definitely reaching those trees. And an almighty great beam on this thing, 600 meter beam or a 500 meter beam, that is something else. And if I go to spotlight, turbo version, you must be able to see that. Look at the turbo version. You can light all the way along that tree line and you can pick up everything you need to pick up. And it's pretty much a spotlight, like, you know, it really is a direct light. I've got another little light from another company, and I just wanted to put this on for you. This is, I'm going to put it on level 3. So that's on level 3, and you can see it's quite a wide spread out light. And if I put this little one on there, on level 3, you can see that it pinpoints the actual inside, the actual light. So this is how bright it is. If I'm lighting over there, you can see that this is pinpointing it, a much smaller direct beam off the light. So that's all I wanted to show you how this little Catapult Mini works. Very, very impressed. I will be keeping this in my bag because it takes up no space whatsoever. And I went for a walk. We did a sunset and a sunrise shoot over the weekend, and we used this to find trees in the distance and how far up the hillside. We were climbing up the hillside and we wanted to see how far up we had to go, and we sort of basically turned this on and we could see all the trees in the distance no matter where they were, looking for trees and stuff like that. And it was absolutely fantastic. Really, really, really good. Really, really helpful, and fantastic little torch. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. Definitely recommend it. Not a big flood, not, you know, like I say, it's not a big floodlight. It's more of a direct thing. But when you're looking down pathways and stuff like that, and you want to see into the distance, this really does work. Right, I got landscape videos out on a Sunday and a Wednesday. Please check those out. It'd be much appreciated. Drop us a comment. Leave us a comment below. Do you use torches? Why you use torches? What kind of torches? And what torches do you recommend? Very, very interested. I've always loved torches, as even from a kid, and these are fantastic, really are. So I'm going. Ciao for now. See you soon. I need a cup of coffee.